Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mrs. Zubash Tahir from Army Public School and College, Attak, Kent, and I'll be delivering my lecture of History for Class 7, Week 5. Students, we've reached Theme 2 of our history book, which is Islamic History. And after the rule of the Khulafai Rashidin, Umayyad dynasty was the first one to emerge in the Islamic history, and it lasted from 661 to 750 CE. After reading this lesson, we'll be able to describe the establishment of the Umayyad dynasty, identify the role of the Umayyads in the expansion of the Muslim state, and the conquest of Sindh by Muhammad bin Qasim. We are well aware, and we've read it in an Islamiyat books also, that amongst all the Quraysh tribes in Makkah, the tribes of Banu Hashim and Banu Umayyah were the most prominent. The Hashmites were looked upon as the most respectable tribe, as they had the trusteeship of the Khana Kaaba, while Banu Umayyah were tradesmen and very wealthy. The leader of the Umayyad tribe, Abu Sufyan, converted to Islam at the time of the conquest of Makkah in 632 CE, and Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ declared Abu Sufyan's house as the house of protection. Now, Hazrat Usman Razila Ta'ala Anhu belonged to the Umayyad clan also, and in 640 CE he appointed Abu Sufyan's son Amir Muawiyah as the governor of Damascus in Syria. After Hazrat Usman Razila Ta'ala Anhu embraced martyrdom, Hazrat Ali became the fourth caliph, and during his 6 years of caliphate, he was under immense pressure to avenge the death of Hazrat Usman Razila Ta'ala Anhu by Amir Muawiyah, and in order to curb the continuous civil war and ongoing retaliation, Hazrat Ali Razila Ta'ala Anhu made a peace agreement with Amir Muawiyah, and he acknowledged Muawiyah's rule in Syria, Egypt, and the areas towards the west. But when Hazrat Ali Razila Ta'ala Anhu embraced martyrdom in 661 CE, his eldest son, Hazrat Imam Hassan Razila Ta'ala Anhu, became the leader of the caliphate. Amir Muawiyah refused to accept him as the caliph, as Hazrat Imam Hassan Razila Ta'ala Anhu was a peaceful man by nature and never wanted the Muslim Ummah to shed blood unnecessarily. He made a peace treaty with Amir Muawiyah and resigned from his position. With resignation of Hazrat Imam Hassan Razila Ta'ala Anhu, Amir Muawiyah took over the caliphate in 661 CE, and the Umayyad dynasty was established in 676 CE when Amir Muawiyah declared his son Yazid I as his successor. Now, this was the very first time when in Islamic history when a caliph nominated his own son to be the next caliph, and this became a legacy for later caliphs. And the Umayyad Caliphate stayed in power for about 90 years. It was during this period the event of Karbala took place on 10th Muharram 61 after Hijri or 680 CE. It is remembered by the Muslims as a day when Hazrat Imam Hussain Razila Ta'ala Anhu, the grandson of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, fought bravely against the forces of Yazid and embraced martyrdom, but did not accept the tyrannical rule of Yazid. Through his martyrdom, he taught the Muslims to always uphold the truth and never to surrender in the face of adversity. Now look at this map on page number 26. We all know that during the reign of Khulafai Rashidin, that is Hazrat Abu Bakr Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, Hazrat Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, Hazrat Usman Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, and Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, Islam spread rapidly in and around the Arabian Peninsula. It continued to expand under the Umayyad Caliphate over the next 90 years and encompassed the Middle East, parts of India, much of North Africa, and Spain. The arrows on the map shows the expansion routes, whereas the crosses shows the battle sites, and this green part are those parts of the world where Islamic influence was evident at that time. We have 4 prominent Umayyad caliphs in your book on page number 27. Amir Muawiyah was the first one, then Walid ibn al-Malik, Suleiman ibn Abdul Malik, and Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. What you have to do is you have to find out on the internet the details about these 4 caliphs, their services they provided for the Muslims Ummah. You will have to write a short paragraph on each of these as your homework. Now, as you've seen in the map, Islam spread in the world, but it did not happen as such. Great conquests were fought in able to spread Islam to different parts of the world. We'll start with the conquest of Sindh. The thing to be noted down is that during the rule of Amir Muawiyah, a part of Sindh, Makran, was conquered by the Muslim army, but the Sindh as a province or as an area was under the rule of Raja Dahir, who was a Hindu ruler at that time, and he was not on good terms with the Muslims. Raja Dahir gave shelter to the killers of the Umayyad governor of Makran, and this altered the Muslims about his intentions. Muslims became aware that Raja Dahir would not be on their side in any case. But one incident in 712 CE proved to be a catalyst. It was a trigger that causes the main reason of the conquest of Sindh between Muslims and Raja Dahir. When Arab widows and orphans who were going to Arabia from Sri Lanka, they were robbed, looted, and captured by pirates from Sindh. But they were also protected by Raja Dahir, and he did not do anything about it. But when Hajjaj bin Yusuf came to know about this incident, he asked Raja Dahir to punish the pirates, but he refused. As the safety and security of people was responsibility of the caliphate, no matter in what region or in what part of world they are living, Hajjaj bin Yusuf sent a commander to liberate the captives, but he was killed by the troops of Raja Dahir. Now, Hajjaj bin Yusuf sent Muhammad bin Qasim, who was a very young general at that time, with an army of 12,000 soldiers equipped with the latest weapons such as manjanik or catapult. It is a large heavy war machine which is used to hurl heavy stones at the enemies to destroy their forts one by one. Now, the Muslim army first conquered Debil. They won the forces of Raja Dahir over there, and then one by one they conquered other areas of Sindh and Multan, and the conquest of Sindh brought Islam to this region in which we are living right now, to the subcontinent. We'll be continuing with the other conquests of different regions, but for this week we'll read till page number 27. Give it a thorough reading, and if you have any question you can ask me. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.